follow the film. And there have been over 3,000 of those already around the world.
And we're actually
That's amazing.
Having a chance. We're going to be going to Australia in June for a solutions tour there, because really, looking at the stages that are needed to get us from here to a thriving world is the way we set up our whole solution strategy. And that is what's engaging.
Yeah, well, you're having a big effect. Kimberly, stay there. We've got to come right back after this break. We'll get into banking and more. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
Folks, Iran and the Mideast nuclear mess is already ballooning our gas prices. Whether you're struggling with food costs, which are being blown up by gas costs now, or know that when the Mideast showdown explodes, whatever food supply you have is all you'll get because of huge panic demand, eFoods Direct Family Packs are the answer. Now, the most affordable best food is saving you up to 50% compared to other poor quality food companies. The new Alex Jones Quick Fix Family Packs save you so much money, the savings from eating this food will actually help you pay your other bills. No matter what effect the Mideast crisis or the crashing economy have, you'll have food as delicious tonight as 25 years from now. Order now for 50% savings and free shipping on these affordable family packs. Call 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Call 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans, made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
Listening to an Infowars.com frontline report. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern. We're live back Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. Central. Don't forget Infowars Nightly News, where I will premiere New World Order Blueprint of Mad Men. Now, look, it's a 40-minute documentary. And it basically deals with the facts that we're told give up all our rights because of terrorism, and it's essentially a non-existent, blown-up fear like the boogeyman. I mean, to be killed by a terrorist, even if he lived in Egypt or somewhere, or Israel, is 1 in a million plus. We've got all the government's numbers. Compared to all the other things happening, it's several hundred places down in probability. But they're saying, give up all your rights. It's a clear system to bring in authoritarian control. It's a clear excuse. That said, everybody's getting really excited because I haven't made a film in over a year and a half. This is not one of my big official films. It's going to be free. Everybody's saying, where do I get the DVD? It's going to be free. PrisonPlanet.tv members will see it premiere tonight first. It'll be up this evening, then after it goes out on the news, posted as an MP4 for everybody. And then the next few days, I'll put it on one of our YouTube channels. We have our own system because we're always getting censored on other people's websites. So we have to have our own system. Members that pay it forward, pay us 15 cents a day or whatever, you fund us making things like this. But this is important. New World Order, blueprint of madmen. You've got to know why we don't want to go with their system so that people are ready to try to have a debate and a discussion about a new system. Now, talking about our guests that are on with us, you can get the Thrive film at Infowars.com and get a free citizen rule book while you're at it, or you can go to their site and get it. Regardless, get it and show it to people in your area, just like you can do with my films, so that they understand what's happening. But people are starting to wake up. Now we've got to give them solutions. And this film covers problems, but also solutions. That's why I like it. Now, there's terms in the film like sustainability in our community. People go, well, sustainability, that's a UN Agenda 21 term. The globalists take every term, and then they use real problems and then offer their bad solution that gives them more power, like pay Al Gore to breathe, and that'll fix the problem. No, I'm not worried about carbon dioxide. I'm worried about GMO literally spreading into the entire biosphere, ruining and wrecking all animal and human and mammal DNA it comes in contact with in the big public studies. This is already happening. The heavy metals they add into the water under the name of fluoride. It's wrecking our DNA. Deformities, all sorts of chromosomal diseases that were incredibly rare are becoming commonplace, neurological disorders. You know the numbers. The film covers this and does it in a very good way. And it's again, it's just for the general public. It's well done. But I wanted to bring this up because when I first had listeners saying, you got to see this. It's got a lot of good solutions and sounds really good, but then it talks about sustainability. Well, in Austin, people started getting chickens in their own yards, which was legal and lawful. Now the Austin has come in with a law to try to restrict it. This is a big UN-run city where I live. Not there today. I'm in Baton Rouge. All over the country, they're trying to stop backyard gardens, front yard gardens. The enviros aren't enviros. They're trying to seize control. Now, I know I'm ranting here. The point is that there's real sustainability. I've moved out in the country, got a water well, a garden, and a wall around my house. That's sustainability for my family. That's being self-sufficient. When they say sustainability, they mean cutting off your resources. So do you guys want to explain that? Because you use some of the terms that the globalists use. Of course, they use all the terms. And
try to take all the good ones them for their own meaning, but I want to be very clear with people that I think being sustainable is critical, but what we're recommending is the farthest thing from the Agenda 21 meaning of that. It's really about voluntary association and aligning our existence with natural principles so we can not only survive but thrive. But it's not about turning those systems over to some centralized authority to tell us how to live and what we can eat and what we can grow and all that.
Because that's never worked, and that's exactly. The globalists create this unsustainable system that's wasteful and everything else. I mean, it's screwed up, and then they offer their solution, which is more of the same. Exactly. That's, talk about Agenda 21, and of course your wife there worked on the film so much, and talk about the whole Federal Reserve angle that you're introducing to people. I mean, it really has a nice mix of all the key issues of how these controllers are in control.
Well, one of the things that we did was investigate and follow the money in all 12 what we call the major sectors of human endeavor. And it was a shock to me to find exactly the same families in charge of every single sector. And we came to the realization that it wasn't because they're any smarter, any better than anyone else. It's because they're the ones who run the money scam. And it's just like playing Monopoly. If you can make up money, it's not going to take you that long. Even if it takes 100 years, you're going to buy everybody else out. And we're on the verge of that right now. So we look to expose that system because with the internet now and shows like yours, when we started our work, you were lucky to find anything on the internet about the Federal Reserve being not federal. And the last time I checked, there were over 31 million references for that phrase alone. So obviously people are waking up and finding out, and that's why that system is crumbling. But as that system crumbles, it's critical that we have new systems that we are building based on integrity, based on liberty, that can grow a new and free society. So we give in our solutions section and in the film some overarching strategies, like getting out of the IMF and the World Bank, and shutting down the Federal Reserve, and going to a non-GMO organic farming, campaign finance reform, that type of thing. But then people go, well, geez, what can I do about such a vast thing? So then our second section is, what can I do personally? And we recommend a top 10 actions that people can take just by changing their lifestyle choices, that don't take a lot of time or money, and that you can easily join coalitions to shut down the Federal Reserve, to keep the internet open, you can easily bank locally. If you're in one of these big tapeworm banks, you can shift your money in a couple of hours. You can take part in critical mass actions related to free energy or GMOs, independent media. So there's a ton that you can do, and we can suggest that people print out our top 10 recommendations, put them on your refrigerator, and whatever ones you agree with, just use it as a checklist. And if you've checked all those off, then there's plenty more. If you haven't, then don't go around wringing your hands about, oh, what can I do?
Yeah, and I think one of the things...
Yeah, start that first step. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And by exposing the whole pyramid structure, one of the things you realize looking at that is that it relies on the people as its base, this whole system. So as people wake up, that is the critical piece to change the whole thing, because without our participation, this whole pyramid control system can't actually succeed. And so that's what I'm seeing, that I'm so excited about, because the awareness, the tools for awareness that you and we and others are creating, that's the thing that creates the fundamental shift, because it can't keep on continuing without people blindly supporting it.
Voting with our dollars.
We have one graphic on our website and in the film. We spent a lot of effort trying to boil the whole kind of power structure down to one picture. And, we're at the bottom going about our daily lives, and then the government is above us. Because obviously they have taken over a lot of control over our lives. But what most people don't realize, much more educated in this audience, but in general, people don't realize that there are at least 6 levels above that, where the politicians are beholden to the corporatocracy to the big banks to the central banks, and all the way up to the Bank of International Settlements, and then into the Rothschild, Rockefeller, the whole secret society command and control structure that decides our fates behind closed doors, and then comes out and runs their mandates down through the media, the military, the government, and so forth, down through that pyramid structure. But if we, through nonviolent non-participation, walk away from the bottom of that structure, literally refuse to go into these wars of foreign aggression, and refuse to put your money in those banks, and refuse to participate in the usual government structure that you've exposed so well, Alex, where they're both working for the same agenda, that pyramid not only will, but is already crumbling. So it's important that we're building really free, honest, and sustainable options to that in every domain that are not under the control of the state.
And you can see that
That's right. and
under Follow the Money at thrivemovement.com.
Yeah.
And in fact, guys, we can probably pull that up, that pyramid. What section of the site is that? And we'll put it up for folks watching on prisonplanet.tv.
Thanks.
If you go to the problem and then go to Follow the Money, there's a small version of it, and you can click on it and there's a link there, you can get a larger version.
Yeah, so go to the problem section and then click it, and then click on the section click on the problem section, and then click on Follow the Money. Now, expanding on this, because obviously callers and people after you're on with us, and I want to have you back up in the future to, just take phone calls, because, I think the film is very well done, and it'll get people thinking. Like you said, if you don't agree with all 10 of those solutions, I agree with most of them, then don't follow them. It's just start thinking about solutions. Start thinking about getting engaged, because the power of we the people doing little things moves mountains. Many hands make light work, and Hollywood tries to put this image of an Arnold Schwarzenegger archetype a Hercules defeating the monsters. That's not how things are really done. It's little people doing little things together really changes things. And so the system wants you to think you've got to do it all in one fell swoop or there's a silver bullet. Simply seeking after answers, taking action, supporting local,